Hello Year 8s. Well, we've looked at the file that introduces a little bit to the art of Islam, which is largely abstract. So remember, we use that word a lot these days, and we've done quite a bit of abstract work. And we are also looking at how to create geometric abstract work. Now, in Islam, for religious and historical reasons, drawing actual things, people and places and so forth, was prohibited, and so the artwork became full of abstraction. It's very closely allied to maths. The geometry and design that we're going to look at use technical tools, and you're going to need some of those. So the first thing you're going to need, and you can scurry around and find one, I'm sure you'll have one in your school set, is a pair of compasses and a pencil. And one of the things that people find, or young pupils find troublesome about using a compass, is that it's always coming open and closing and so forth. And that's just an easy fix. You'll notice here where it hinges, there's a little screw, and you can tighten that. And you tighten it and it won't move, because it's crucial that for this exercise it doesn't move. All of our circles need to be the same size. Now, this relates to the first exercise in the file I attached to your homework on Show My Homework from the Metropolitan Museum of Art's booklet on Islamic art and geometry. So you can follow it or pause this video and get it right, or a combination of the two. And what we're going to try and do here is create a very simple, because we're going to be moving on to very complex, we're going to be moving on, we're going to be starting with a very simple rosette shape. And we start this by drawing a horizontal line. So let's have the horizontal line on there. And then in the middle, I'm going to draw a circle. Now, watch how I do this. I don't hold it here, I don't fuss. This should be done very quickly and elegantly. I hold it by the top, and I get some twizzle, and turn it round. There we are. A relatively easy circle. And you can do that. And we're going to do a couple more. At this point here, where the first circle intersects with the horizontal line. So let's have another one here. And let's have another one here. So now we have the three circles, and already you can see we're beginning to find abstract shapes in there. Lots of different quartiles and shapes and so forth. Let's look for some more intersections. Here's one. Let's do another circle here. And let's keep it symmetrical, so we're going to find the same over on the right hand side and do another one. And you'll see, because it's the same size circle, the intersections are all very precise and very beautiful in the way that they cut over each other. And we're going to go underneath the horizontal line and do the same thing. So two more here. There. And there. And that was a very easy way of suddenly making what we will call one of the rosette shapes. And the rosette shapes with 6 or 8 circles are really the building block of how we do Islamic design. And we can make now from this some other really delightful shapes by just having a little play. Now, we want you to be creative, of course. I don't just want you to be robots and do this in a completely doctrinaire way. So let me liberate my pencil from the compasses, and I'm going to think about some shapes here that I could draw. So how about if I put a line across there, and I'll do the same at the bottom there, and worked my way around. And you can see quite quickly that straight edge geometric shapes are beginning to emerge. And we haven't used any measurements at all. I haven't said use any millimeters or centimeters here. We're just using some of the internal flow of our geometric structure to create these rather precise shapes. And then the fun can start, and we are going to start to colour these. Now, it's entirely up to you how you do that. You can use felt tips or pencil crayons or whatever you've got. What I have here is a selection of these really lovely watercolour pencils, and all of the colours are in there, very easily available to order online, and I'm going to start using those. So which colour shall I have? Well, this orange is nice, so I'm going to use this orange, and I'm going to start to use it. Let's go here, very lightly in these central parts. Okay, that's nice. Looking for the same shape. I'm not going round to the very edges, you'll see why in a second. Okay, so I've got those shapes, and then I'm going to bring in some water. Because these are watercolour pencils, I can then use my brush to get a more precise line and get the colours right to the edge. So I will go around making this look really nice and then I ask myself the question, what have I learned in art about how colours work, how colours behave? What would be a good thing to put with it? And so I get my thinking cap on and say, Mr. Parker spoke a lot about warm and cold colours. Maybe I'm going to do my whole rosette in warm colours, the family of warm colours. So that means right next to it I could have an orangey red, and that will be part of the same warm colour family. And having done this rosette in lots of warm colours, maybe on the outside of it I can choose to put some cool colours to make it look really outstanding and really crisp. So I'll go around doing the whole thing here. I think you can manage this quite easily. So I'll give you maybe one lesson to do this, and then I'm going to update and tell you all what the next stage is. But really we'll be working our way through that booklet that I posted for you, that hopefully you can get your hands on, either print it off or download it and save it somewhere. And if you feel like going really quickly, and I know some of you are so good at art that you might want to leap ahead, that's fine. You can start to do some of the more complex exercises as we go. Okay, stay safe, keep indoors, I'll speak to you soon.